Alright guys, you already know, Diet Pepsi.
Hey everybody, how is everybody doing today? Thanks for tuning in. Didn't she just have this meal? I swear she just had this meal. Was it yesterday? The days are blending in together with these meals. I have no idea. Let's see what she's going to be talking about in this one. Probably nothing, lol. Let's get into it.
Pepsi Zero, whatever. I actually prefer Diet Pepsi over Pepsi Zero. And I have some Santa Fe sauce.
Of course.
Some curly fries. And I'm having Hardee's Big Deluxe burger.
That burger looks like she sat upon it. It looks flat as hell. What in the name? Is there lettuce in that? Oh my goodness, that's a flat burger. Yuck.
So on this burger, I like how they wrap it. I don't know why it makes it look more appetizing, but tomatoes, cheese, mayo.
Her hands are so swollen. Oh, look at the clubbed. You can really see the clubbed nails. That's really scary. Yeah. That's not a good sign, Chantal, the way your hands look right now. Especially the clubbing of the nails. Yikes.
Ketchup, pickles, lettuce, and I think that's it. So kind of like a Whopper with cheese, but this is Hardee's. Bismillah, beauty bite. I'm literally so hungry.
Every meal she says that, or should I say meal, like Amberlynn. Every meal she always says, I'm so hungry, I'm starving. I think that's virtually impossible. Oh, look at this. Feeder activity. Oh. Highly requested. Disgusting. Who eats fries like that?
You guys, my FYP. There's onion too. My FYP is inundated. Flooded.
Is it really? I don't know.
Packed solid with Coachella. Okay.
It's funny how she's bringing up Coachella, and I just posted about that yesterday. Funny. I mean, I don't understand why her page would be full of Coachella things, because usually your page is filled with the algorithm, what you look at and stuff like that. I kind of find it hard to believe that she is literally searching out Coachella. Kind of coincidence. Kind of not. I don't know.
I didn't know what Coachella was.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Really, I know it was a festival that like James Charles gets really excited about every year.
Oh.
But other than that,
it's funny. She mentions like one of the most famous predators at Coachella. It's funny how that's who she knows from Coachella.
I never paid attention to it, but now I'm obsessed with Coachella videos. it's interesting to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually watched the entire Lady Gaga set
Oh my goodness, here we go.
on YouTube.
Excuse me. I swear, not that long ago, wasn't she talking trash about Lady Gaga? How she doesn't like her music, she doesn't listen to her music. I swear she said that. Somebody's going to find the video. I believe it was in a live because somebody was asking her, one of her Beezers, if she was a fan of Lady Gaga. And she was like saying, no, I don't like her music at all. Funny how all of a sudden it's changed.
Live. I had chills. She is an amazing
Look at this.
performer.
Supporter? Excuse me. Lady Gaga is not a supporter of you.
Like, she ate and left no crumbs whatsoever. Kind of like what I do.
Get out of
She's
here.
amazing.
Bitch, you are not comparing yourself to Miss Stephanie, aka Lady Gaga, Mother Monster. Get out of here.
And I know I always brag about this, but we have the exact same birthday.
Oh, no.
I think she's younger than me, though. And
I think
she went so...
She's like, how old is Lady Gaga? I think she's like 39, 40, something like that.
It must have been like 2 hours. It seemed like a long time. It was a long time. The amount of dancing, having to change costume, dancing and singing, like, you have to be, like, I felt out of breath just watching her.
Yes.
You have to be...
Lady Gaga is a fabulous performer. She's a triple threat. Yeah, awesome to watch. Why are you all of a sudden a fan? You're a poser, Chantal, a poser.
In the best shape to perform like that.
Really?
For hours on end, like... She's such a good performer, like, and she can sing.
Really?
Man.
Shocker.
She sang some of her new songs, I think. Is Mayhem her new album?
Oh my goodness. Get out of
I
here.
saw people holding up signs like Mayhem and stuff like that in the crowd. There's some good songs.
I thought you hated her. Now you like her all of a sudden?
Her encore was Bad Romance. She did Disease. I can be the doctor, I can cure your disease.
Be quiet. You can't sing. Stop.
She's like she's like today's day and age Madonna.
I don't. No, I wouldn't. No. I think, no. I don't agree with that. I think Madonna is like in her own category. I believe Madonna kind of opened the doors for somebody like Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga kind of pulls inspiration from a lot of different artists. So I believe Lady Gaga is her own form of art in herself altogether. She's separate from Madonna. Like, Madonna's her own style of art, her own thing. Yeah, separate, not the same.
You could tell by her style, her music style, you know, the way she's eccentric. She was inspired greatly by Madonna, but who wasn't?
I mean,
No.
I don't know. Like, the term Lady Gaga she got from Queen. And I don't know, I would say maybe inspired more by David Bowie than anything as far as the being eccentric and that sort of thing. Yeah, you're wrong.
So I've just been watching, like, people doing videos of setting up their camps.
Look I find this kind of weird. I watch Coachella on YouTube myself. I'm not going to go out there in the heat. Usually, I think the temperature out there right now is probably like in the 90s to maybe 100s. Like, I was watching videos about it yesterday, and people, they were in line in their cars for 8 hours before even getting into Coachella. That's how crowded it gets. So unless you get your Airbnb or you have a timeshare or something like that, so you don't have to camp, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I would rather be in my home, comfortable watching it on TV.
You can set up a camp at Coachella, car camping. And people will have their car, and then they have this huge tent.
Although back in the day, my husband, I believe before I met him, they used to go on truck runs. They used to like be in, like car clubs and stuff, in Southern California. Back in the day when they used to have like the lowered trucks, with the speakers and all that sort of thing. They used to do truck runs where it was like camping, kind of similar to like a Coachella thing, but without the music. Yeah, no, thank you. No, maybe if I was in my 20s, but no.
No, it's not something I would ever, in that kind of heat, want to do. If it was cold, I don't like crowds, but this event, I don't know if I'm just watching influencers who are rich and have a really good setup, but
I mean,
it seems that
not everybody that goes to Coachella is rich. There's, different price points on the tickets. Maybe the influencers is what she's watching. So she thinks it's, all for the rich people.
Coachella is not as trashy as other
Trashy?
huge events that have gone on.
What events?
Like in a dirty sense.
Excuse me, what concerts like that are dirty in that sense, Sean? What are you referring to? You have no idea what you're talking about.
There's going to be some filth. It's an event with many people outside in the heat, but
What does that mean? Makes no sense.
people bring blow-up couches, they make whole little living rooms in these tents.
Because it's like 2 weekends, that's why. They're camping.
It looks like fun, but I'm living totally vicariously through these people.
Of course you are.
But this is the first year I really pay attention. Otherwise, it's just always been like a festival that I would never go to. Now in my life.
Can you imagine her there at Coachella? I would love to see her at Burning Man. That's an awesome one. Can you imagine? Oh, no. Chantal, do yourself a favor and look up Burning Man. That's the festival for you.
A lot of walking too. It was like 101, 104 during the day.
Yeah, normal.
I think on day 0. Nah, I can't do that. With no AC.
Yeah, but when you go out there, because this is like kind of Coachella is like near. If you're gonna look at it on a map, like of California, it's down near the Salton Sea. It's that lake that kind of looks like a wiener and balls, LOL. But the climate down there, because it's the desert, it's a little bit dry, so it's not that bad. When it's 100 degrees, that kind of feels nice, versus like where I live, which is closer to the coast. When it's 100 degrees here, it's more humid, so it's yucky. But yeah, I mean, 100 degrees out there isn't that bad in Coachella.
If I did go, I would be in a hotel.
Good luck finding one. People plan this thing like a year in advance out, because the tickets sell out and everything rents out, all that stuff. So yeah, good luck. That's why people camp.
I think it just seems more relaxed. Like, people are not worried about getting their stuff stolen, really, because, they have have all this stuff in these open tents. I know this because it's a lot of more wealthy people. Like,
What?
if you can afford to go to Coachella,
Excuse me. So you're saying because this festival is for wealthier people that there's no theft going on? Wow. Way to go, Chantal.
you know, you're probably not too worried about stealing.
Unbelievable. If
But
anything, the things that I've heard from people that have gone there, like how many years ago was this? Maybe like a year or two back. They said they talked about the security being a little bit more aggressive as far as stealing things from people, and like going through people's things. And then there's people dressed up as security and they're not. So you have to worry about stuff like that. I haven't heard anything as far as of this year, but it's only been one day, so we gotta wait and see what kind of shenanigans are going on at Coachella.
not true. Look at Winona Ryder. Isn't she loaded and she stole from like Macy's or something?
No, I believe it was Neiman Marcus, not Macy's. Like Winona Ryder would be shopping at Macy's. Get out of here, Chantal.
My point is not only poor people will steal,
With the air
but
quotes with the poor people.
there seems to be this like unwritten.
You know what's funny to me? That she talks the way she said, quote, air quotes, poor people. Chantal seems to think that she's in this upper echelon of society, and it cracks me up. I don't know. Does she, because of where she lives, because she lives in the workers' apartment, she thinks she's this famous YouTuber. It's so weird to me. I guess she's the rich girl in the building, I guess.
Cool. I don't know. Unless I'm just
Bizarre.
seeing all the glorified parts of it, but it seems to be a big event for influencers as well.
It is. It's a big marketing thing. I believe the guy, I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. It's some big billionaire oil tycoon railroad guy from Colorado. I believe that owns Coachella. What else does he own? I think he owns the Kings, the ice hockey team. I think. That's who runs that. I think. I might be wrong.
Or like, there's a ton of brand deals going on. You know. I'm literally obsessed with watching
Obsessed.
those Coachella TikToks.
That's kind of weird. I don't know. That's kind of weird that she's watching the TikToks because they're probably all from like 20 somethings, 20 something year old, kids to me. I'm going to say kid. And that she's like 40 something watching this. I don't know. It kind of seems creepy to me.
But yeah, Lady Gaga was just, if you
Shut up.
want to see a good show, just type in YouTube search bar Lady Gaga Live Coachella
Gaga.
2025. I'm telling you, you will be blown away. Like, I don't really watch concerts, so I'm not sure,
I do. All the time.
if most performers put on a really good show like that.
A lot of them do.
But she really did.
I mean,
Put on
at
great.
Coachella, because she's a headliner, I don't know who's on the headline. I think Green Day performs today. Yeah, depending on the headliner, they usually do put on a pretty good show. There's a lot of other like smaller acts, ahead of time, but typically, it's pretty good.
Show, I was like, wow. Anyways, guys, that was a delicious burger. I was just craving like a meaty beef burger with like
A meaty beef burger.
you know, all the fixings. Okay, guys,
You just had that yesterday, so I don't understand why you're craving it again.
I gotta go, so I'll see you in the next.
Okay, so that's the end of that. I don't know. It's weird. All of a sudden, she's in love with Lady Gaga when, like a few weeks ago, she was just proclaiming her hate for Lady Gaga and that she didn't listen to her music. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Maybe I'll upload again depending on if I find anything interesting. If I don't, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.